Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Amy Carr Hilton and I know firsthand the hardships of figuring out how to recover from chronic pain and other chronic symptoms on our own. So I'm inviting you here to explore our pain mastery together because it is you who has the greatest power to influence your own pain healing. And I really want to share this experience with you. So if everyone's feeling good with it, I've got a guided meditation that I was going to bring you through today. And it's about bringing some awareness to our experience, finding acceptance within that, and then seeing if we can just have the space to allow for change to happen and be curious about that, find that outcome indifference. So you can do this in any position. If you want to stay seated, if you want to lay down, if you want to stand up and sway, like whatever is going to feel most comfortable for you. Find a nice comfortable position, whatever that is for you. Just taking a moment to wiggle around, settle yourself in. And we'll take a couple breaths here, just checking in and feeling the breath. Finding some awareness of the breath, not needing to change anything, just noticing it, feeling it as it moves in through the nostrils, filling you up. And as it leaves the body, maybe through your nostrils, maybe through your mouth, whatever feels right for you right now. And you can have your eyes fully closed, or if you prefer, you can have just a gentle, soft gaze. Some people find bringing awareness and in presence a little easier with the eyes fully closed, but that's totally up to you. So let's just take a moment to bring an awareness to whatever is going on for you right now. Feeling in your body, noticing any areas of comfort or of discomfort or anything in between. Sometimes the body can just feel neutral. And just give yourself over to the weight of your body. Feel wherever your body is supported. If you're seated, it's through your hips, maybe through your feet standing, through the whole back of your body if you're laying down. Just give yourself over to that weight. Let yourself settle in to the support. Allowing your weight to sink into the points of contact. And bringing an awareness to that sensation of being supported. So this meditation I call the triple A of awareness, acceptance, and allowance. It has many benefits, and a few of them are, in the moment, it can just really help to diffuse negative states of mind before they gather that unstoppable momentum, before they become spiraling out of control or become too momentous to kind of take a step back from and become an observer to. It can be a great meditation or practice to go into kind of in times of emergency, like just bringing some awareness and seeing where you can find acceptance. And if you find it difficult to find acceptance when you try to do this practice, it's a sign for you that you might need some of that, leaning into a positive sensation, some self-soothing. It's just a sign for you that you might not be feeling secure enough with what's happening presently in your life to be giving allowance, to be curious, to let go of that hypervigilance and that rumination. And so this is a way of finding out when we need a little bit more nurturing, more gentleness, and when we need to offer that to ourselves. It can help us find space for that light curiosity. So to let go of the hypervigilance when we're ready, the rumination, those thought spirals of what ifs. And it gives us some space to let go of the need to fix or change something about our experience when we're ready for it. Doesn't always work, and that's okay too. Practice is practice for a reason, right? We can feel like this is easier some days and harder other days, and that's okay. But this gives us a chance to practice letting go of the need for a specific outcome when we're practicing. So this need for a specific outcome, letting go of that need, is a really big part of neuroplastic healing. This is how our brain actually experiences safety within our experience. So with our acceptance of our present moment, without needing to change anything, that's how we show our brain that we're safe. So at first, in this awareness, acceptance, allowance practice, we become fully aware of the thoughts flowing through our mind and the sensations in our body, just in a broad sense. So we're just checking in, noticing what sensations are there now. Just check in with that for yourself. And if you notice any tension or resistance to painful or unpleasant sensations, see if it feels safe for you to gently turn towards them. See if you can just bring your awareness to that resistance and accept that experience as best you can right now. If you begin to tense up around the breath, then just let go a little bit with each out breath, just softening into that resistance. Noticing any thoughts as they arise and just watching them as they pass away in the mind. So these physical sensations we have, the pains, the cramping feeling, the nausea, the bloating, the headaches, and the somatic reactions that tend to come with them, like the muscle tensioning, the holding of the breath, maybe the clenching of the jaw, the making of fists, the shaking, the heart palpitations. These are all somatic reactions. These are all ways that we can see that our brain is trying to communicate with us. So just bringing an awareness to any of these physical sensations in the body and the somatic reactions, the reactions to sensations. They kind of blend among each other. Sometimes we don't know what came first, and that's okay too. And also having an awareness of the thoughts that come with these sensations, maybe thoughts about the sensations, just bringing an awareness to them. Seeing if we can let those sensations and those thoughts come and go without becoming too attached or identifying with them, with the content of them. See if you can watch your sensations, reactions, and thoughts as an observer. Observing them as though they're just clouds moving across the sky. If it's possible, see if you can relate to them as a flow of awareness of physical and mental events. Just seeing them as physical and mental events. Something that happens and then it's past. Not as permanent or even as part of you as an individual, as a human being. It's just a moment in your experience. And remember, even when it seems like our pain is there all the time, it's constant, these somatic events are a moment. They do go away. If we can find some awareness, we can find that space in between and allow for an awareness of those changes as they happen. Somatic events are a moment. They're not forever, and your thoughts are not fact. So it is important to not fixate on the outcome of what we're doing, but to stay present for whatever is happening right now in the moment, even if it's not what we like or what we want. So neuroplastic healing is not about having some special big experience. It's not about finding a greater calmness or relaxation. It's not even about a deeper insight or even about moments of freedom from pain. And all of these things may or may not be part of your experience in any given moment. Oftentimes they are like a bonus cherry on top of the practices we do, but this is not why we do them. In all likelihood, you probably will have many moments of profound calm or greater well-being, insight. You might have much less comfort and suffering in moments of practicing, especially as you get well practiced with awareness, because you find those space in acceptance and allowance. You find that space where you can see the changes happening. And you'll also see that in the next moment, as you've seen before and will see again, whatever you're experiencing is likely to change again and again and again. So as paradoxical as it might sound, the practice of neuroplastic healing is not about seeking or being attached to getting better. It's not about a particular outcome or a mental state or a body state, however much we might desire it. See if you can find some acceptance in your experience right now. In this very moment, knowing that nothing is permanent. Every moment changes. This acceptance is the point where we can have an awareness of that change. The physical sensations, the somatic reactions we have, and the thoughts about these events in our experience are always changing. So each moment of greatness in our awareness as we accept it completely as it is, and then watch it shift, allowing for change. And this awareness and acceptance goes even for pain. And the power of neuroplastic healing is that we are actually influencing the change of our neural circuitry. We're changing the pathway that our brain is following to determine whether or not we are safe or in danger. And we're making pathways of safety more prominent, more familiar. The brain loves familiarity. So this is why practice is so important. This practice of awareness, acceptance, allowance, that safety reassurance that comes with it is patterning over and over that neural circuitry of safety in the brain. The power of neuroplastic healing, of changing that neural circuitry, lies precisely in not being attached to any outcome when we're practicing. So even as we naturally understandably really desire change, it happens as we create space and allow for it, accepting where we're at and allowing for the change to happen naturally. So by bringing awareness to how we actually feel in this moment, and in this moment, and in this moment, in a very visceral and physical way, without memories or hopes getting in the way of our experience right now in this moment, we start to master the art of how to open to see clearly and befriend what is actually unfolding in this moment as it is. We're allowing the natural alleviation of pain and suffering to happen as efficiently as it can. So what is most important for both your future well-being and your present well-being is that as best you can right now, you rest in awareness with acceptance of exactly what is right now, without expecting or trying to force any outcome or good feeling or change in the body. And over time, your familiarity with a deeper inner territory and inner experience, a relationship with yourself and with your brain and the messages, the communication that the brain has for you, of the myriad of sensations in the body, including movements, temperatures, densities, all of these somatic sensations and reactions, you will grow and your healing will grow in ways that many of us with all sorts of stress and pain conditions and chronic diseases have found to be illuminating, restorative, and freeing. So not just for a moment here or there, but extending out over days, months, years, and decades. The beauty of this process of healing is that it changes you for the rest of your life. It's a new way of being in your body, a new way of engaging with and loving life, and allowing your awareness to gather around the experience in the body. So let's just drop our awareness inside the breath. Again, feeling the different sensations in the front, back, sides of the torso, inside the torso, on the surface of the torso, noticing your body as it expands out into space and rests back in within itself. Notice the sensations of the breath as it flows into and out of your body. Just resting within the flow of the breath for a moment. The breath can be an anchor to our awareness in the present moment and in the body. So on days that you try to practice on your own, this practice of awareness, acceptance, and allowance, if it feels difficult to be present with sensation, let the sensation be the breath. It's a nice anchor to bring yourself back to. And it's also a nice way to bring our focus back into our body and bring our awareness back into our body in the space around us. So just taking a moment to feel your body breathing into the space around you. Even if you still have your eyes closed, just starting to bring an awareness into the room around you. Maybe there are people close by. Maybe there are sounds in the house around you. I'm just starting to notice that. And if you still have some pain or discomfort, just see if you can take this warmth and compassion and nurturing bringing this awareness, acceptance, and allowance into your experience as you move through your day. It can be more challenging sometimes to carry this sensation forward, this kind of intention of maintaining awareness, acceptance, and allowance as we are distracted throughout our day, needing to be engaged with other people, with other things happening. But the breath can be that anchor that brings you back to it. So just see if you can bring that out into the room with you, this intention of awareness, acceptance, and allowance. And when you feel ready, you can just gently open your eyes.